Welcome back. Now it's time to go up close with IU baseball pitcher Joey DeNato. And Joey, you're from California. What's the biggest cultural difference you discovered since moving to Indiana?
Probably the weather. I'm not used to waking up and having to scrape ice off my windshield or anything like that. But yeah, definitely the weather was definitely a huge change for me. Even tonight when I got here, I walked here in short sleeves and I thought I could suck it up from my car to here, but I don't think that was the case.
First thing I noticed when you walked in was where was your jacket? You guys have a new $19.8 million facility about to be built here. What are you most looking forward to about playing on that field?
I don't think I could pick one thing to be most excited about. Probably the most exciting thing about it is just the whole atmosphere that it brings with the stadium seating, the bullpens in the outfield, the concourse on the top level, even the entrance is going to be amazing. So I don't think I could pick one thing that excites me the most. Probably just everything just in general about it.
What about the clubhouse? That's kind of more of a player-friendly area. You guys will spend a lot of time there. What are you most excited for about the clubhouse?
I've actually walked through the clubhouse only once, and that was when it's first getting built. And the thing's going to be huge, way bigger than the one we have now. I think we're going to have like a locker room section and then a section for maybe I don't know, ping pong or something like that. So it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to that.
There are a lot of superstitious baseball players, especially pitchers. Do you have any sort of special routines you do before a game?
Me personally, I don't really have one. I mean, I keep chapstick in my back pocket every game, but that's not really a superstition. Maybe it's just because I have chapped lips. But anyways, our team has got some personality to it, so we definitely have some weird superstitions, I'd say. And last year in the Big Ten tournament, we actually got noticed for it. During certain counts, we'll do just certain things that I don't
Can you
know.
give us examples here?
3-2 counts, we'll have a crab man, which is where someone takes the catcher's gear for the legs and puts it on their arms. I don't know. It's pretty entertaining stuff. The fans like it, so yeah.
Who would you say is the weirdest on your team then with that stuff?
The weirdest? Well, I would probably say our manager, Alex Rich. He comes up with most of the sayings, most of the superstitious stuff that we do. So.
You've pitched a complete game before. How difficult is that to do?
It is difficult. However, usually games that you pitch complete games with, usually those games are the most efficient games that you pitch. So when you're in the midst of it, the game goes by really fast. All your pitches are working, so you're not really focusing on what's going wrong, what can I do different. So, I mean, in essence, yeah, it is very difficult, but at the same time, those are the games that are also probably the easiest. So.
There's a huge mental aspect to pitching. How do you not let one bad pitch affect your next pitch? How do you take it one pitch at a time?
Pitching coaches usually tell their players to focus on the next pitch, not the one before it. So if you're behind in the count or you hit a guy, you're not supposed to focus on that. You're supposed to focus on the next pitch. That's the most important one.
If you had to get just one more out, what would be your secret weapon? What would be your go-to pitch that you would throw?
That's a pretty personal question. Hopefully no oppositions are watching this. But I don't know, it all depends on how you set up the batter. It depends on what pitch you threw before, if the batter swung at it or not. So really it's up for grabs, but for the most part, it'd probably be something, maybe a curveball or something like that. I don't know. It just depends.
You are also known for your ability to pick off runners. Walk us through the process that you take on whether or not to throw the ball or just to act like you're going to.
Usually before I pick off, it's usually predetermined. So if I see a runner or if I know a runner's fast, or if I see that he has a big lead, maybe I'll pick over there. Maybe I'll tease him and just step off or something like that. But for the most part, it's predetermined whether I pick off or not. So, yeah.
You guys had a team that started over 60% of the positions as freshmen last year, and you still managed to finish second in the Big Ten. What kind of expectations do you guys have for your team this year?
I think the expectations are pretty high this year for us. Even around the Big Ten, they've had us ranked second preseason, but we can't let that get in our minds because we still have to compete every game. We still have to have confidence, and one of the big things last year is that when we were doing poorly in the beginning of the season, we were young, but at the same time, we still had confidence. And we brought that into Big Ten play, and it worked out for us. So, yeah, the expectations we're going to definitely expect to do well, and we're going to try our best to win a championship.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And when we come back, we'll go up to the Nick's English Head Hot Seat with Trisha Whitaker.